These are the top 5 worst vegetables for diabetics. Incorporating a variety of vegetables into your daily meals is crucial for a balanced diet. They're not only loaded with vital nutrients but also rich in fiber, making them key allies in combating obesity and diabetes. However, it might surprise you that not all vegetables are beneficial for everyone. Specifically, some can cause your blood sugar levels to spike, posing a challenge for those managing diabetes. Today, we will explore the 5 vegetables that might not be the best choice for people with diabetes. Plus, stick with us until the end, as we'll reveal a certain group of vegetables that recent studies suggest could be detrimental to your health. So, prepare yourself as we dive into the 5 vegetables to be cautious of if you have diabetes. Number 5. Green peas. Green peas might seem harmless at first glance, but they pack a surprising amount of carbs. Just 1 cup of these little guys contains around 20 grams of carbohydrates. Peas, also known as garden peas, actually belong to the legume family, though many of us treat them like vegetables. The real issue with peas isn't so much about each pea itself. It's how easy it is to eat too many because they're small. Their starchiness can lead to quicker and higher spikes in blood sugar compared to other veggies that aren't as starchy. But the carbs in peas are complex, meaning they digest slower than simpler sugars found in foods like white bread. Interestingly, experts agree that in moderation, peas can be beneficial for people with diabetes. They're high in carbs and rich in antioxidants, fiber, and omega-3 fatty acids. So, while peas have a higher carbohydrate content for a vegetable, they're still full of good stuff. The key is portion control. Try sticking to a half-cup serving and include them in a well-rounded meal to keep things balanced. Number 4. Butternut squash. This vegetable might raise some eyebrows. Some folks think butternut squash isn't the best choice for people with diabetes. Yet, it's praised for its health perks. Here's the thing. Squash is on the higher side when it comes to carbs. But the exact number of carbs in it needs to be clarified. People say it could have between 16 to 22 grams of carbs per cup, with just 3 grams of fiber. This makes its carb-to-fiber balance less ideal compared to other veggies with fewer starches. However, when you cook squash, which most of us do, it reduces the carb content a bit. For instance, baking 100 grams of butternut squash might lower its carbs from around 8.3 grams to 7.4 grams. Despite being high in carbs, cooked squash has a fairly low glycemic index score of 51 and a glycemic load of 3, making it not so bad after all. Moreover, butternut squash is low in calories and rich in nutrients. A cup of cooked squash can cover over half of your daily needs for vitamin A and vitamin C. So, while the carbs in butternut squash could be a concern if you have too much, for many people, including those with diabetes, it can still be a nutritious addition to your meals. Number 3. Corn. Corn is practically everywhere, not just on the cob or in your popcorn bowl. You might have heard about high-fructose corn syrup too. In the United States, government subsidies for corn have made this highly processed sweetener common in many packaged foods. Studies link it to the rising rates of obesity and diabetes. But it's not just the syrup. Even plain corn can load you up with carbs. An ear of corn has about 17 grams of carbs and only 2.5 grams of fiber, making it one of the starchier vegetables. A single cup of corn kernels comes with over 25 grams of starch. Health experts caution against eating too much starchy food because it can lead to spikes in blood sugar and weight gain. Corn has a glycemic index of 52, which is moderate, but its glycemic load is 15, suggesting it could spike your blood sugar if you don't balance it with protein or fiber. However, corn also has its benefits. It contains resistant starch, which is less likely to affect your blood sugar negatively. Research even suggests that whole grain corn, in moderation, can help lower the risk of type 2 diabetes and obesity. So, like with peas, you can enjoy corn in moderation. Just remember to keep the butter to a minimum and include it in a balanced meal with low-carb veggies and quality protein. And watch your portion sizes. Number 2. Celery. Celery can be a smart choice for anyone looking for a snack that's low in calories and high in water. However, there's a catch with celery and other similar veggies. They often contain high levels of pesticides. Celery frequently appears at the top of the Dirty Dozen list, a report by the Environmental Working Group that identifies the fruits and vegetables with the most pesticide use. Research suggests that the compounds and pesticides could increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by up to 64%. These chemicals might slow down the way our cells work, affect how insulin is released, and even lead to weight gain. So if you eat a lot of celery that's been heavily treated with pesticides, it could potentially increase your chances of becoming overweight or developing diabetes. It's also wise to be cautious about how much of other pesticide-heavy veggies, like tomatoes and kale, you consume. But is celery a no-go? Not necessarily. It's packed with antioxidants, ranks low on the glycemic index, and is full of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Celery itself isn't the problem. You can still enjoy it. Just try to opt for organic or minimally treated options when you can. And don't forget to wash it thoroughly before eating. And finally, the number one vegetable to watch out for if you have diabetes: white potato. It's commonly known that potatoes might not be the best choice for diabetics, but let's dive into why. White potatoes are particularly high in sugar. A medium-sized potato packs about 37 grams of carbs, and the glycemic index of a boiled one can soar up to 82. It's not surprising then that studies, including one from 2016, have shown a link between regular potato consumption and increased blood pressure. Furthermore, research from Harvard has indicated that frequent consumption of French fries, along with baked or mashed potatoes, could lead to significant weight gain over time. However, the impact of white potatoes on your health greatly depends on how they are prepared. Frying potatoes, particularly in unhealthy fats, increases their unhealthy fat content. Boiling can strip away vital nutrients. Instead, consider baking, steaming, or microwaving your potatoes to preserve their nutritional value, including vitamins, minerals, and fiber, without boosting their carb content. Potatoes are nutritious, offering everything from potassium and antioxidants to vitamin C and B6. The skins in particular are rich in fiber and nutrition-wise, can be more beneficial than the flesh. Despite their high starch content, much of it is resistant starch, which is beneficial for gut health and doesn't cause a sharp increase in blood sugar. White potatoes can still be part of a healthy diet. The key is moderation and preparation. Make sure to include the skins for their nutrient benefits and keep an eye on portion sizes. While no vegetable is inherently bad, moderation is key to maintaining balance in your diet. It's important to note that for every perspective suggesting certain foods may not be ideal for specific health conditions, there's often contrasting information available elsewhere advocating their benefits. Personal experiences and reactions to foods can vary widely among individuals. As one insightful viewer shared, their doctor recommended a practical approach, testing blood sugar levels 2 hours after consuming a food to determine its impact on their health. This serves as a reminder that everyone's body responds differently to different foods. Always consider your unique dietary needs and consult with a healthcare professional to understand what works best for you. Now, let's talk about a group of vegetables that's been getting attention for their potential downsides: nightshades. This category includes foods like potatoes, tomatoes, onions, and peppers. There's some anecdotal evidence that suggests these might cause inflammation in some individuals, possibly due to a compound called solanine found in nightshades. Reactions to solanine, such as intolerance or allergies, are quite rare. Yet, some people report feeling bloated or nauseous after consuming nightshades. However, it's important to note that scientific research on this topic is still limited. For most people, nightshades are perfectly safe and offer numerous health benefits. If you suspect you might be sensitive to nightshades or any other food, the best approach is to eliminate them from your diet temporarily and observe any changes in how you feel. This can help you identify any food intolerances. When it comes to canned vegetables, be cautious of those soaked in sodium or sugary preservatives. Opt for low-sodium or sodium-free options and always rinse canned veggies before use to reduce any added sodium or sugar. Remember, vegetables are incredibly beneficial for your health. Aim to fill at least half your plate with low-starch options like spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, cucumber, and asparagus to enjoy their health benefits while managing your intake of carbs and sugars. Watch our other videos to continue your journey toward better health, and remember, moderation and informed choices are key to a balanced diet. Click subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from us.